What's up, guys? Welcome back to CountryBunker's Trains. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're having a good week. A quick disclaimer, today's video will not be featuring any trains. A little while back I mentioned I had ordered a brand new car, and a few of you expressed some interest in checking out what we got, and that car showed up just last week. I figured today we'd take a quick peek at it. I've gotten several requests throughout the videos in the past on doing some content or videos on the cars seen in the backgrounds here in front of the shop, as well as maybe doing a garage video. And I've kind of shied away from doing that for a number of reasons. Mainly being, I don't have any show ponies out back. I don't have any show ponies in the garage. In fact, I sold my Pride and Joy a few years back. That's not to say, of course, I'm not proud or happy with the items that we do have out in the garage. But again, it's not anything to really write home about, if you know what I mean. The second reasoning being, obviously, we're an O-gauge train channel. That's our main focus. We're not a big, huge channel, but for the people that do tune in to watch these videos, of course, they're tuning in to see some O-gauge train content. So I try to keep it on that playing field. But we'll see how this video goes. If this video does well and you guys enjoy this video, maybe we'll change it up in the future. If this video does do good, maybe we'll sprinkle in some more content throughout the videos here and there moving forward. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. A few videos back when I mentioned that I had ordered a brand new car, there was one comment in particular that caught my eye and gave me a little chuckle. That person asked if I had picked up a new Corvette. Now, while I am inching ever so closely to that stereotypical age demographic of owning a Corvette, personally, I don't think I'll ever be old enough to own a vet. No, me, I'm a Chrysler person. Always have been, and I always will be. My grandfather was an engineer for Chrysler. My old man worked in Chrysler dealerships my whole childhood while I was growing up. So my childhood was spent in Chrysler dealerships. I remember vividly and fondly my good friend, our good family friend Jake, throwing little CountryBunker in the seat of Vipers and whatnot, and we'd go to the back roads of Mexico, if you will, doing a $1.40 and a $1.50 and just having an absolute blast. Those memories have stuck to me vividly, and like I say, it's just a part of who I am, and it's in my blood. I'll always be driving a Pentastar or Pentastar type vehicle, and hell, going forward in the future, even if they're no longer available, well then I guess some of my old derelicts that are out in the garage will come out of semi-retirement and get put back into full-time use. But anyways, guys, what do you say we jump right into it? Let's check out the new beauty that's joined the CountryBunker family. That's right, guys, we got a brand new 2022 Dodge Challenger Scatpack Widebody. and she is absolutely stunning. I'm in love. I've lusted after a new modern day Challenger ever since they were announced all the way back in 2008, and we finally pulled the trigger and picked one up. One of the main reasons for picking this one up now at the moment, I'm sure if you guys have been watching the news and seeing the press releases and whatnot, Dodge just recently announced this last week that they're doing away with the Hemi V8 engine. They're now discontinuing it and carrying on with inline 4s and 6s and EV power. On top of that, they are also dropping the Challenger itself. It will no longer be made after 2023. So I had to take the chance while I could and get my order in and pick one up. Both the salesman and myself were extremely shocked at how quick this one came in. I had been hearing horror stories and seeing rumors online on the various forums and whatnot of people putting an order in for their cars and waiting 6, 7, 8 months later, and their car still hadn't received a production queue to get in line. So very happy how quick this one came. I ordered it on June 18th and it arrived to the dealer on August 10th. The missus actually works in the offices of the auto mall that our dealer is located at, and of course she called me up the day that it showed up, and within 10 minutes I had her playing paparazzi outside getting some pictures. Couldn't wait to see it. How cool is that? I was hoping she could get one of it coming off of the hauler, but unfortunately she didn't make it out there in time. And the dealer was very quick. I got to give him some great credit. The car came in, and the next day it was a single day deal. They got the stripe installed that I wanted and also got the window tint done. Very pleased. There were a few must-have options on top of being a Scatpack. The main ones being the first one, the color. I had to have this F8 green. I love this color. I've been in love with this color ever since they reintroduced it several years ago. This color screams the 70s to me, and that's why I love it. But it's also a great-looking color. It's a loud color, but yet at the same time very quiet and reserved. I don't know how else to describe it. The paint has a very heavy gold metallic in it, and when it's sitting in the sun, it kind of gives off a very goldish, kind of pea soup tinge to it. In the dark, or at night, it looks black, and then in the shadows during the day, it kind of looks like an army green. Just a very cool color to me. I love it. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but this thing screams me. The second most important option, obviously, is the wide body package. I love the way this makes the car look, gives it a really mean and aggressive look. But there is a lot more to this option package than just the fender flares and the body kit. Along with the wide body package, you also get the big 11-inch wide wheels wrapped in 305 meats. You get the 6-piston front Brembos, and you also get the Bilstein-equipped adaptive suspension. A really nice all-around package. You get a lot for it. It is an expensive package. I want to say it was around $6,000. Money well spent in my mind. Under the hood, of course, we get to the business side of things, but before we pop it open, I figured we'd take a quick look at the hood. I did not go for the shaker package. I went with the standard hood. I just preferred this hood over the shaker hood. The shaker hood's really cool. Obviously, you get the big shaker scoop rumbling with the engine on top, but the rest of the hood was pretty flat and mundane. The standard hood, this hood is actually the original Hellcat hood when they were introduced back in 2015, 2016. I think this is a good looking hood. Obviously you got the big scoop in the middle, and you got the big 2 heat extractors on each side. These actually work really well. Here in the hot days of Florida, the last week that I've been driving it, you can see all the fumes escaping up out of the hood. Pretty cool effect. Under the hood, of course, houses the beast of this monster. Here we have a 6.4 liter 392 Hemi V8 advertised at 485 horsepower, 475 pound-feet of torque. An absolute blast to drive. No, it's not a rocket ship when compared to the other monsters of the current world, the Hellcats and whatnot. But don't be fooled, this thing still gets down in boogies. It's no slouch by any means. This was the top-performing engine for many years before the Hellcat came out. I'm quite impressed with it. Of course, I'm coming from a full-size truck. I've driven mostly for daily drivers, 1500s all the way up to 1 tons, so this thing feels like a rocket compared to those. What do you say we check out the inside real quick? See some more of the goodies? It is a pretty attractive looking interior. It is a little dated. It hasn't been revamped since 2015, but again, it's not like they're going to redo this interior since this model is going away. But it's not super outdated. It still looks good, at least to me. Not near as nice as the Ram that I had previously, but again, the car overall definitely wins out. But we can see some more of the options we went with. I did go with the Plus package, which gave me quite a bit of goodies in here. That got us the premium stitched dash, premium stitched door panels. We did get the upgraded seats with Alcantara and leather side bolsters. I did go with the caramel coloring, the caramel and black. I think that plays really well off of the green on the exterior. But overall, a really nice looking interior. Some of you guys may notice it is an automatic. That was a very tough choice. I went back on that quite a bit, back and forth a lot. I did want to get a stick. If this was a weekend warrior or a sunny day driver only, I definitely would have got the 6-speed. But since this one is going to be the daily, everyday driver, ultimately I went with the automatic. I know myself. The 6-speed would have been a lot of fun the first few months, hell, maybe even the first year. But I know after a while I would have grown tired of it and kind of got over it. So I ultimately went with the 8-speed automatic. I went ahead and hopped inside. It's hotter than hell out. I was sweating my rear off, sitting in here in the AC now. But carrying on with the Plus package, that got us a few more goodies as well. Along with that, we also got the heated and ventilated seats, along with the heated steering wheel. A really nice touch. On top of that, I went ahead and got the 8.4 Uconnect screen. It comes with navigation. I did opt and go for the premium Alpine sound system. It's a 9-speaker system. This was a little bit of a letdown. I had the Harman Kardon system in the truck, and that was a really nice system. But the option for the Harman Kardon on this car was $2,000. I really didn't want to spend that much on the audio system, so I went kind of the middle of the road. This upgraded Alpine was a $1,000 option. It's not near as punchy as the Harman Kardon, but it's not terrible, just not as nice. The really fun stuff in here, of course, is the SRT dashboard. Get all the different SRT driving modes. Here you can see we got Auto, Sport, Track, and Custom. I can't unlock these fully yet. This doesn't fully unlock until I go through the whole break-in procedure at 1,500 miles. I can access some of them. I was playing around with these. I can put some of this stuff in Sport. You'll notice the engine isn't up yet, and the exhaust isn't up yet. Like I say, I just can't access all of them. But I gotta say, I'm really impressed. I really didn't know what to expect out of these different driving modes. I figured, yeah, maybe I'll feel a little bit of something. But I gotta say, this changes the attitude of the whole car. The driving experience itself changes immensely. The transmission, I'd have to say, is the biggest difference. It really turns into a different beast when you turn it into sport mode. But yeah, aside from that, it's really nice in here. Very spacious, very roomy, which of course being a big guy is a big plus. I got plenty of room in here. I did not go for the sunroof on this one. I had the big panoramic on the truck, and I opted out on doing it on this one. The sunroof's nice, but here in Florida, you can only enjoy it a very, very little bit. You can really only enjoy it in the mornings or in the evenings or during the winter. The rest of the time, sitting in the hot Florida sun, it just boils you. So I didn't want to go for it. And it really wasn't needed. I wanted to keep more of a performance or sports-like feel, if you know what I mean. I did go for the driver's convenience group. That got us blind spot and rear cross path detection monitoring. That also got us the power mirrors with manual full the way. That also got us the HID headlights. I was hoping to get the LED headlights like I had previously on the truck, but unfortunately they do not offer it on this car. And again, since they're discontinuing or getting rid of this car, they're not going to redesign it or add it in to them. But these HIDs are not bad. I'm actually quite impressed with how good they are. Here's a quick look at the big trunk. This is one of the big winning points in this car's class. A lot of people love the space that this thing has. As you can see, plenty of space for some big orange and purple boxes, which is really going to be the only thing this is going to carry. And don't worry, this car's already visited its second home away from home. I already took it down to visit Tony down in Daytona at Roundhouse South Trains. And like I say, that's most of the goods that this thing will ever be carrying. But yeah, guys, there she is. That's the new ride. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Personally, of course, I think it's absolutely stunning. I can't stop staring at it. It's beautiful. It's kind of sad to know that these cars are going away and not going to be made anymore, but I understand why, and I guess that just means I got to cherish this one all that much more. It is the daily driver, of course, so it is going to be used just as a car. I'm planning and hoping to hold on to this one for quite a while, knowing that they're not going to be made for God knows how long or ever again. So I'm sure I'll drive this one as the daily for several years, but eventually in the future it'll probably find its way into the garage and become a sunny day driver or a weekend warrior, if you know what I mean. Now I know some people might ask, well, why didn't you go all in and go all out and get a new Hellcat or a Red Eye or something like that? And believe me, I did ponder it. I did check out a couple used Hellcats and whatnot, but ultimately, like everything else, it came down to price. Not necessarily the cost or the initial cost of the purchase of the vehicle, but the cost of ownership and the cost of maintenance over time. The insurance rates on the Hellcat would have been astronomical, and maintenance cost-wise, I know I damn sure would have been going through many more sets of tires on a Hellcat. And on top of that, I wouldn't have been able to get exactly what I wanted. I couldn't have got the F8 green like I wanted, and I couldn't have gotten all the bells and whistles and options that I wanted that I had tailored just to me, such as I do on this car. And on top of all of that, of course, do I really need 700 or 800 horsepower to commute to work and back and whatnot? Not really. But ultimately, I'm very happy that I ended up going with the Scatpack that I ordered. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick peek at the new ride. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It would be much appreciated. For sure, let me know in the comments if you guys would like to see some more vehicle-related videos in the future. I will say it would help me out a little bit. As much as I love and enjoy doing the trains and the train videos, it gets a little hard after doing a video every week or every other week on the train stuff. It gets a little hard trying to keep everything fresh and up to date, if you know what I mean. But regardless, it is what it is. But anyways, until next time, guys, my name is Zach, and this is Country Bunker's Trains. Y'all take care. I'll see you the next go-round.